The supremacy battle between the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Director of the DCI has now moved to court, with the DCI demanding for probing and prosecution of Humphrey Haji for perjury and fraud during consultative meetings to formulate guidelines in terrorism. In an affidavit sworn by the Director of Anti-Terror Police Unit, Martin Otieno, the DCI want the formulated guidelines on Terror Finance Act expunged as they are misguided, claiming that the DPP acted in bad faith in coming up with the guidelines, which he says is a threat to anti-terror operations in the country.
The Director of Criminal Investigation, George Kinoti, has moved to court seeking the arrest and prosecution of Director of Public Prosecutions Humphrey Haji for allegedly violating the chapter on leadership and integrity by allegedly forging documents and nepotism. In an affidavit sworn by the Director of Anti-Terror Police Unit, Martin Otieno, the DCI claims that the DPP, while organizing a meeting for stakeholders to discuss the newly formulated guidelines on Terrorism and Terror Financing Act, forged the attendance list to include the names of 2 detectives who did not attend the meeting on diverse dates between the 21st of February and March 2022. The DPP is also accused of forging the said officer's residence entry in the hotel where the workshop was taking place. Kinoti also alleges that the consultant expert involved in the drafting of the guideline was not qualified and he was selected due to his relations with Haji. The DCI, who wants the guidelines set aside, has raised a number of issues in the guidelines, among them the requirement for declassification of the operation and mode of investigations as provided in the guidelines, which he says is tantamount to exposing police officers to operational risks with far-reaching effects on the safety of the nation and allegedly assisting terror suspects escape the dragnet, cover up evidence and aid in eliminating officers involved in the operations. They say the DPP is hell-bent to seize the mandate of other agencies to the detriment of the best interest of the country. And the DPP, in a terse statement over the standoff between the 2 offices on suspect processing, told the DCI to stop absconding his investigative duties and instead appeal against the High Court ruling directing his office to draft charge sheets. Haji said the judgment of the High Court is a reinforcement of previous judgments delivered by superior courts on the issue of the exercise of prosecutorial powers. The DPP, who has already rolled out a new charge sheet, has asked aggrieved parties to seek legal redress and assured all that he will collaborate with the Office of the Inspector General of Police, undertaking any measures which might have far-reaching implications on the administration of justice.